Before we get started, I want to quickly say something important. In today's video, we're going to talk about foods and habits that can seriously harm your pancreas. And we'll be discussing them through ideas often talked about in the wellness world, including those that Barbara O'Neill has spoken about. But I want you to remember, your health is precious and reliable. Evidence-based information matters. So everything you're about to hear is designed to empower you, protect you, and help you understand what actually stresses the pancreas from a science-based perspective while still keeping that powerful storytelling style you love on this chain, all right? Let's start. If you ever wonder why some people do everything right but still struggle with low energy, blood sugar ups and downs, stubborn belly fat, constant cravings, or that uncomfortable bloated feeling after meals? What if I told you that one small organ, one that most people barely think about, is silently taking the beating for years? And what if I told you that certain foods you're eating every single day, foods that are marketed as safe or even healthy, might be silently destroying that organ without you even noticing? Today, we're going deep into something Barbara O'Neill often warns about, but with the real science behind it. The dangerous foods and habits that silently damage your pancreas and set you up for fatigue, inflammation, blood sugar, chaos, and long-term illness. And the most shocking part, most people don't even know they're doing it. You're about to learn the truth, so stay with me, because what you discover in the next few minutes might change the way you eat forever. Let's start by understanding something simple but powerful. Your pancreas is basically the quiet hero of your digestive system. It produces insulin to balance your blood sugar and also releases enzymes to help you break down the food you eat. But the pancreas is sensitive. It gets overwhelmed. And when the pancreas gets irritated over and over again, problems start building up silently. And the foods most people eat every single day, foods that are convenient, processed, sugary, oily, or chemically manipulated, are the very things that overload the pancreas until it finally can't keep up. And this is where Barbara O'Neill's warnings come in. She often talks about how modern diets are destroying digestive health, including the pancreas. And while some claims need scientific correction, the bigger message is something we absolutely should pay attention to. Chronic inflammation, constant sugar spikes, and processed unnatural foods put enormous stress on your pancreas. So let's talk about the foods that do the most damage, why they're so dangerous, and what happens inside your body when you eat them. The first category is the one that nobody wants to acknowledge, because these foods are literally everywhere and almost impossible to avoid unless you're intentional. Ultra-processed sugars, not just sugar itself, but sweeteners hidden in sauces, dressings, cereals, bread, canned foods, and drinks that pretend to be healthy. Every time you consume a high-sugar food, your pancreas has to pump out insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. But when this happens multiple times a day, every day, year after year, your pancreas gets exhausted. It's like revving a car engine nonstop. Eventually, the engine overheats. And inside your body, that's exactly what leads to insulin resistance, prediabetes, and type 2 diabetes. Barbara O'Neill often talks about sugar being one of the top destroyers of metabolic health. And while some of her explanations aren't medically accurate, the underlying message is true. Sugar wreaks havoc. And it's not just the sugar you sprinkle in your tea. It's the hidden sugars that catch you off guard, the breakfast bar that looks nutritious but has 20 grams of sugar, the whole wheat bread that acts like candy in the bloodstream, the flavored yogurt that's basically dessert, the fruit juice that claims to be healthy but hits your pancreas the same way soda does. People don't realize this, but even one cup of sugary drink can make your pancreas release more insulin than it would normally release in several hours. And when this happens day after day, the cells that produce insulin become less responsive. The pancreas tries harder, pumping out more insulin until it hits a breaking point. Now here's the part most people never hear. Your pancreas doesn't usually scream for help. There's no loud alarm. The symptoms are meals, constant hunger, mood swings, skin issues, difficulty losing weight. And instead of realizing the pancreas is struggling, most people blame themselves, saying things like, maybe I'm just getting older, or maybe I'm not disciplined enough. But the truth is, it's the food industry that sets people up. Sugar is addictive, cheap, and profitable. And your pancreas pays the price, but sugar is only the beginning. The next destroyer is something most people use every day without thinking. Refined carbohydrates, white bread, white flour, pastries, pasta, crackers. These foods break down into sugar almost instantly. They're basically sugar in disguise. You eat a bowl of white pasta, your blood sugar spikes, and your pancreas goes, "Here we go again," and dumps insulin to bring it down. When Barbara O'Neill talks about the dangers of processed grains, this is the real science behind it. It's not the grain itself, it's what we've done to the grain. We removed the fiber, removed the nutrients, and left behind a starch that hits your bloodstream like a sugar bomb. But let's talk about something even more dangerous: the combination of refined carbs and unhealthy fats. Think about donuts, pastries, fried fast food, cookies, cake, creamy pasta dishes. They're a double assault on your pancreas. The refined carbs spike your blood sugar, while the processed fats create inflammation. And inflammation makes the pancreas even more stressed. It's like being punched from two sides at once. People ask, why do I feel so tired after eating foods like this? Because your body is fighting a battle you can't see. Your pancreas is desperately trying to keep your blood sugar under control while inflammation spreads through your digestive system. Over time, this can contribute to metabolic disease, fatty liver, digestive distress, and even pancreatic strain. And then there are trans fats, the true villains of the food world. These are the fats found in margarine, shortening, deep foods, frozen meals, processed snacks, and a lot of cheap baked goods. Trans fats don't just irritate your pancreas, they promote systemic inflammation. When your cells become inflamed, they stop responding properly to insulin. Now your pancreas has to pump out even more insulin to compensate. It's a vicious cycle. Barbara O'Neill often warns about unnatural fats and oils being damaging to the body, and science does agree on this point. Trans fats are harmful, and even large health organizations warn that there is no safe amount of trans fat to consume. But now let's talk about something a lot of people overlook: constant snacking. Yes, even healthy snacks can become harmful when they're constant. Your pancreas needs rest. It isn't designed to release insulin every 30 or 60 minutes when you snack nonstop chips, biscuits, drinks, sweets. Even healthy fruit juices your pancreas never gets a break. Barbara O'Neill often talks about the importance of giving the body time to digest properly. And here's the science behind that idea. When your body is constantly digesting, your insulin levels never fully settle. And when insulin stays elevated, the pancreas stays overworked out. Now let's shift to something surprising: artificial sweeteners. Many people think swapping sugar for artificial sweeteners protects them. But the research shows that certain sweeteners can disrupt your gut bacteria, increase cravings, and even affect your insulin response. Your pancreas still gets stressed, not as intensely as sugar, but consistently. Inconsistency is what leads to long-term strain. Then we get to alcohol. Alcohol is one of the most damaging substances for your pancreas. It inflames it, it irritates it, and in high amounts, it can trigger pancreatitis, which is a medical emergency. Even moderate drinking can slowly wear the pancreas down. And when alcohol is mixed with sugary beverage cocktails, sweetened mixers, flavored alcoholic drinks, the effect is multiplied. And now comes one of the biggest culprits that almost everyone ignores: processed meats, sausages, hot dogs, fast food burgers, salami, pepperoni. These foods are loaded with chemicals, preservatives, and damaged fats. They promote inflammation in the digestive organs, including the pancreas. Some studies even show a connection between high consumption of processed meats and an increased risk of pancreatic stress or disease. Your pancreas was never designed to deal with these synthetic compounds. So imagine your pancreas like a worker in a factory. Sugar comes in, the worker runs. Refined carbs come in, the worker runs faster. Processed fats come in, the worker is coughing from smoke. Artificial sweeteners come in, the worker is confused. Alcohol comes in, the worker gets burned. Processed meats come in, the worker starts choking. And all the while, the worker keeps going because you need them, until eventually they collapse. And that collapse isn't always sudden. It might start as insulin resistance, then prediabetes, then metabolic disease. But here's the good news, and this is the part that gives me hope. The pancreas can recover, it can heal, it can regenerate, it just needs a chance. So, how do you take the pressure off your pancreas? How do you restore it, support it, and protect it? You start by reducing processed sugars and replacing them with real, whole foods. You choose carbs that come with fiber, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes because fiber slows down the release of sugar and gives your pancreas time to keep up. You choose healthy fats, avocado, nuts, seeds, olive oil because these fats reduce inflammation. You avoid trans fats like they're poison because, quite frankly, they are. You give your body breaks between meals. You stay hydrated. You move your body daily to increase insulin sensitivity, and you cut back on alcohol and processed meats as much as possible. When Barbara O'Neill talks about giving the body the right environment to heal, this is what that actually means. Science agrees that when you remove the pressure from your pancreas, it begins to function better. Your energy goes up. Your cravings go down. Your mood stabilizes, your digestion improves, and most importantly, your long-term health strengthens. And the best part, you don't need expensive supplements. You don't need complicated diets. You don't need extreme restrictions. You just need consistency and awareness. Imagine waking up with more energy. Imagine eating without feeling bloated or tired afterward. Imagine having stable blood sugar, fewer cravings, and feeling lighter and more in control of your body. That's what happens when your pancreas gets the support it needs. So the next time you reach for that sugary drink, that fast food meal, that packaged snack, or that processed treat, remember, your pancreas is the one that pays for it. And the next time you make a healthier choice, your pancreas feels the relief. Your health is in your hands. And your pancreas is counting on you. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more powerful health content, and share this with someone who needs this information right now. Your share might protect someone from years of silent damage. Take care of your body, take care of your pancreas, and I'll see you in the next video.